Hello comic book fans and welcome to Cammy's Comic Corner. I'm your host as always, Cammy. I got a lot to talk about this week, so no more effing around as they say on the school ground. Let's get right into it. First of all, spoiler warning. I'm going in detail and I'm revealing all the secrets of the books I read this week. So if you don't want anything spoiled for you, pause the show, go read your books, come back. I'll still be here because I care like that. Secondly, this week we have a contest sponsored by Virgin Comics, and all you have to do to win is send me an email. More details on that at the end of the show. But for now, I have a great pick of the week. I'm very excited about this pick of the week, so I'm going to go right into this pick of the week. From Dark Horse Entertainment, we have B.P.R.D. 1946, number 5, written by Mike Mignola and Joshua Dysart, and art by Paul Azaceta. Now in this thrilling, action-packed conclusion of B.P.R.D. 1946, we have everyone's favorite bodiless Nazi that we met back in issue number 4, von Klempt, as he tells Professor Bruttenholm and the Russian and U.S. soldiers his evil, dastardly plans on what he's going to be doing with the vampire serum. He plans on launching a rocket right to America full of the vampire serum, making America fall to its knees. He tells Professor Bruttenholm, I could have done it in Russia, but these people are too weak and cowardly. I need someone, the real enemy. I need America. So with his army of half-robot, half-gorilla hybrids, he wreaks destruction on the U.S. and Russian troops, looking like there's no end in sight, when suddenly, at the last second, while the rocket's in flight, self-sacrifice comes to one brave American soldier as he throws himself into the rocket's engines, making the whole place go kablooey. Such a good, thrilling conclusion. I highly enjoyed this series from issue 1. I cannot wait to see what they have next in store for BPRD or in the upcoming new Hellboy books in general. Remember, it's a movie season. There's going to be a new Hellboy comic out just to make even more schloads of money. Now, on to the Fast 5. First up from DC Comics this week, we have Green Lantern Corps number 24. In this issue, Mongol, on his planet of Black Mercy, entangles the Green Lantern Corps, led by Guy Gardner, into his evil doings. Will the Lanterns get out alive? Tune in next week to find out. Lots of shit's gonna be hitting the fan. I'm only taking a guess, but my hunches are usually good. Next up from DC, we have Booster Gold number 9. In this issue, it's the Omax and Superman and Maxwell Lord versus the Justice League International. Booster and Ted Kord look all around to find the remaining Justice League International members. Some have been imprisoned, like Mr. Miracle, or some have been just in hiding, like Fire and Ice and Guy Gardner. But soon they're all brought together to fight on board of Brother Eye, and a little cameo appearance by Batman. He's been hiding right in Maxwell Lord's ranks this entire time. But just when you think that Maxwell Lord's dead and gone, and Justice League International wins the day, sadly, the Time Stealers make their appearance, and next issue, it's an all-out brawl between the two teams. Next up, from Marvel, we have Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1. If you've been liking Nova and all the adventures happening out in space with the Annihilation or the Nova Corps and whatnot, well, this is the series for you. Star-Lord and Nova have both decided, hey, Nova's just one man and the Nova Corps aren't coming back anytime soon. So why not make an elite fighting group that will always be there to save the universe? So, we're going to call it Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to feature some players like Drax, Rocket Raccoon, Quasar, just to name, Adam Warlock, just to name a few. In this issue, I really had a fun time, even though I'm not all that... I'm just still reading the Annihilation series from Marvel, so I'm not all caught up on which characters are which, but I do recognize a few of them. And just from this issue alone, I had immense fun. Things were blowing up, aliens were, being introduced left and right, and I like the team that they have together. And plus, funny commentary from a talking raccoon, who happens to be a military mastermind. So, lots of fun. If you've been liking the Nova Corps like I have, I recommend getting this book. Very fun book from Marvel. Next up from DC, we have Batman 676. This is the beginning of the Batman R.I.P. arc being written by Grant Morrison. In this first issue of 8, we have little flash forward and flash back segments. So we don't know if, well, we're assuming that it's still Bruce Wayne under the cowl. Nothing's happened yet. Once again, we're assuming because Grant Morrison still has 7 issues to dazzle us. The last few pages were my absolute favorite. All you see is the Joker. A kind of Joker gas has been released onto the city, and the news reporter just can't stop laughing as he's trying to tell the millions of what's going on in Gotham City. It's the fact that he's actually stretching his mouth out because he's so happy. Very creepy scene. And finally this week from DC we have Green Arrow Black Canary Adventures number 8. In the past few issues, with the help of the Brit Dodger, Green Arrow, Speedy, and Black Canary, they've all been looking for Connor, who's been kidnapped when Dina and Ollie were getting married. And with all those superheroes there, no one thought to keep tabs on Connor. Sure, he might be in a coma, but, you know... Anyway, in this issue, they get good info. They go to Ireland and the United Kingdom to check it out. And sure enough, the League of Assassins, they do seem to have Connor's body. But after a couple of tricks and traps, the Green Arrow follows the wrong container, and when they open the cryogenic freezing container, they don't see Connor. They see someone else. They see Plastic Man! Plastic Man! One of my favorite DC characters. I was thrilled because I haven't seen Plastic Man in a while. But it turns out he has been around. He's just been in the Countdown to Mystery series. And let's just say I just thought that series was a big pile of shit. So I just haven't been reading it. But Plastic Man, he's back in this issue, and it looks like he'll be playing a big part in this upcoming arc. That's all for the Fast 5 this week. Now on to the contest, sponsored by Virgin Comics. For the next few episodes, Virgin Comics will be giving away comics on this podcast. All you have to do is send me an email. The first 3 people to email me this week get one of the following items. So watch this. First up, we have Ramayan Reloaded. And Silver Bullet's comic says, epic in scope, grand in size, and legendary in feel. We also have, from Guy Ritchie, the director of Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, we have Gamekeeper, Tooth and Claw. Also, someone will be getting the first 3 issues of Ed Burns Dock Walloper and the first 2 issues of Jenna Jameson's Shadow Hunter. So if any of these comics look good to you, all you have to do is send me an email at cammyscomiccorner@gmail.com. The first week to just send me an email will get one of these 3 beautiful prizes. And fear not, if you don't get your email in on time this week, tune in for next week's show, because I'll be giving away 3 completely different comic books. All you have to do is send an email. And for more Virgin Comic-y goodness, go to www.virgincomics.com and check out their digital comics section where you can read the first issue of any comic they have out in widescreen format. All you have to do is go to www.virgincomics.com and go to the digital comics section. Also, if you want some video previews and trailers, they have it right up there in their video section. Once again, huge thanks to Virgin Comics for sponsoring this show's contest. Well, that just about does it for Cammy's Comic Corner this week. If you want to be our friend, go to www.myspace.com/Cammy'sComicCorner. From there, you can subscribe to us on iTunes from hitting the link below that banner, and also the RSS feed for the show right underneath that banner. You can also find the show on Facebook, YouTube, and MySpace videos. So all you have to do is go to one of those various sites. It's been a pretty damn good week in comics, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm Cammy, this has been Cammy's Comic Corner, and have a good week.